even lines. I want zigzag. Two trips. Let's go. Here we go. Good job. Good job. Who's talking to him? You're talking to him, Jeremy. Let's go. We didn't look like that yesterday. I no longer like that anymore. I want that screen set up here. We set too low, it's too congested. None of our bigs got anything in contesting the other night, nothing. All bigs, get out here quickly and set out here. That gives guys more room to make this cut and gives us more room at the basket. So we give up an open look because we refuse to talk, stay with our man, talk. But stay down, work them. The thing I don't like is I don't hear no talk. I hear Coach Tension talking, I hear Coach Shruggy talking, but they're not gonna be on the floor. I don't hear you talking. I hear you talking a little bit. Don't let him bring it up, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. Let's go. Work on your D. Let's go. 17 feet right here. I'll take you to here with an arm at 21 feet. We didn't contest up there. Influence. Let's go. I want one trip of influence. Let's go. Here we go. Because even if I'm gonna make a mistake, I always say make the mistake with aggression. You have to get it back to him. You can wait till he gets set to come up there. Talk to him, Jack. So he's coming, and at the same time, I'm faking, trying to get him to ease up his momentum so I can start to lock in defensively. Go. That was your instinct. You should have took it, he would have went there. Defenders jump to the ball, stay ball you man. Here we go. We've stopped talking. Ball you man means that at any time can I do this to your man. From anywhere, ball you man.
It's easy to see how well Coach Dawkins relates to his players and the impression he's made within the Stanford program. But outside these walls, even the opposition is taking notice.
The pedigree of having come out of a very successful program at Duke, the fact that he was a great player in his own right, not only in college but in the NBA, that's appealing to kids. The other thing I like about Johnny is he's a quality person, fairly low key. But I think he's a great fit for Stanford because of that.
He's a great guy. He's an excellent basketball coach, and he has his players playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity. When you look at his pedigree, he just has been around winning all of his life, so he knows what it takes.
Dawkins' counterparts clearly have a healthy respect for the program he's building. What about our own coaching experts? Here are Brody Brazil and a man with a quarter-century of NCAA coaching experience, Dave Bolwick.
All right, and talking about the Stanford head coach, Johnny Dawkins. Dave, it's his sophomore season. How much easier are things going to be for him this second time around?
Well, everybody always says that when you go from being an assistant, move those 18 inches over to change seats, it's a tough move to make. I think the second year, it's a whole lot easier. You've gotten accustomed to it. You get in a rhythm. I think it takes, especially for a coach like Coach Dawkins, who had a history of, say, being a high school or small college coach, to get in the rhythm of controlling a game and handling the game. I think that's really, he's got a leg up this year in that regard.
You take a look at the Cardinal last year, 20-16 overall, but in the Pac-10, only 6-12. How will this year's record, or will it be an indication of what Johnny's done with the program?
I think you've got to wait a couple years. He took over a program that had lost 4 exceptional seniors prior to his first year. The Lopez twins, Taj Finger, and Fred Washington, 4 excellent players. In the same vein, this year's team took some big hits. You need to wait till he gets his players in, and the people in Palo Alto got to be a little patient. It's going to take 2 or 3 years before he gets his talent that can play the way Coach Dawkins would like to play.
All right, a lot of new faces, a lot of new opportunity on the farm this season. Scott, will send it back to you.
Believe the hype. Stanford's 2010 recruiting class is among the best in the country. Up next, we'll introduce you to the future of the program. Plus, a side of Drew Schiller you've likely never seen. The senior point guard trades in the jersey for the jacket and gets his broadcast on. Drew Schiller has been a consistent contributor for Stanford since transferring from the University of San Francisco. He's also been rock solid in the classroom as a Pac-10 All-Academic honoree. And Drew is an aspiring sportscaster, so we decided to see what kind of TV game he really has in our Sportsnet Central studios.
Hello and welcome to Sportsnet Central. I'm Drew Schiller, turning in the jersey for a sport coat. Fresh off their victory over USC, the 8th-ranked Ducks were smelling the roses, but after a trip to the farm, the aroma was more like roasted duck. Ducks quarterback Jeremiah Masoli, a product of Sarah High School in San Mateo, had about 500 friends and family in the stands Saturday. However, it was Toby Gerhart who stole the show. In the first quarter, Gerhart punches it in, 10-0 Cardinal. Practice, practice, and more practice, as Stanford has only one exhibition game to prepare for the upcoming season. Drew Schiller here in the Comcast Sportsnet studios. And here is my pick for one Stanford player to watch this upcoming season, David Dildy. He's a great defender because he can guard the point guard and the off guard position. When he's guarding the point guard, he has length to disrupt the point guard's vision. We now head back to the farm, where Stanford remains undefeated at home after beating the 8th-ranked Ducks 51-42. Going up against the Pac-10's best, Stanford showcased a balanced attack that never let up. We go deep with the bowl-eligible Cardinal. We have a news alert in the Comcast Sportsnet studios. The preseason Pac-10 basketball rankings are in, and Cal is the consensus #1, with the Cardinal at 10. No, wait, that can't be right. Much better. Like I was saying, the Cardinal are #1, with Washington, UCLA, Arizona, and Oregon State rounding out the top 5.
Drew hopes to add his name to this list of Stanford athletes turned broadcasters. It includes former quarterback-center combo Todd Husak, Mike McLaughlin, who now tag team for Stanford football radio broadcasts. 70s defensive back Rodney Gilmore toils as an ESPN analyst, as do pitcher Kyle Peterson and women's soccer star Julie Foudy. Right about the time Drew could be starting his sports broadcasting career, the 2010 recruiting class will be arriving on campus, and all indications are this group will make quite a splash here at Stanford. In fact, it could very well be the best class in school history. The class is headlined by a pair of top 70 national recruits, according to Rivals.com. Dwight Powell is the cream of the crop, a 5-star post player with soft touch around the rim. Powell can run the floor and beat big men off the dribble. Wing player Anthony Brown, great ball handler with outstanding vision. Scouts praise his wingspan, defensive abilities, and instincts. Brown loves to attack the rim and set up his teammates as well. Josh Hustis, an emerging talent out of Montana, really good athlete who, like Brown, thrives as a slasher. He can play the post or the wing, has a solid jumper out to 17 feet. Aaron Bright, a true point guard with a high basketball IQ. Bright can fill it up from deep and has all the intangibles of a great floor general. Given the range of size and abilities in this class, it's quite likely Stanford will play for long stretches over the next few seasons with all 5 on the court together. What makes this group more amazing, the inherent difficulties in recruiting to Stanford. With admissions hurdles unlike any other BCS conference school, Coach Dawkins has quickly moved ahead of the learning curve.
The biggest thing for me was learning, just the process here at Stanford, what it takes to identify your kids, and then not only identify them, but also prepare them for, what they're going to face with regards to the enrollment process. And in doing that, I became very fascinated in how it works, and it's a terrific process.
And we check in one final time with Dave Fleming, who of course calls the Stanford basketball games. And Dave, patience is obviously the mantra for this year's team, but if you look beyond this season, and the recruits that Johnny Dawkins has coming in, very, very good things down the line.
Yeah, I think everybody that I talk to, it's a consensus really. Stanford's got the best incoming recruiting class. Kids who will sign basically now letters of intent to come to Stanford in the league, and one of the very best in the country. That is excellent news because, you can talk all you want about coaching and strategy and whatnot. College sports, pro sports, any high-level sports, talent wins. And that's what Stanford needs more of. They need more talent. They're getting more talent. You know, you can make a parallel, I think, to what's going on with the football program. They were so down in terms of their talent a few years ago. They've gradually built it back up. You can do it quicker in basketball. I think that's what Stanford's hoping for with a group of 5 very, very solid players.
It's our own Fab Five here on the farm coming fall 2010. All right, Dave, we appreciate it. No hyperbole here. This class is that good. Rivals has it ranked 8th in the nation and tops in the Pac-10. When you're sitting amongst North Carolina, Memphis, and Illinois, you're doing something right. Great job by Coach Dawkins and his staff. It is impossible to overstate the importance of this incoming class, all the talent that Johnny Dawkins has coming in 2010. If things break right for Stanford in the next few years, the Cardinal could be right back not only in the upper echelon of the Pac-10, but really of the entire nation. We hope you've enjoyed this Stanford basketball preview show. I'm Scott Reese, and we'll see you around Maples Pavilion this season.